you all for being here for the panel discussion, but now we have the main event, the business plan presentation final for FSUK 2023. So we've got 4 fantastic teams here who've done amazing jobs over the last 2 days presenting to us and presenting to our panels of judges over in the UTC. So we have a top 4 for you to see. I'm going to quickly go through each team in the running order that they're going to be coming up. But first of all, I want to just, sorry, there's just a car coming in. Introduce our panel of lead judges. Okay, so we've got Will, who's a lead judge. We've got Vicky. There we go. Clap. We've got Vicky in the middle here, and then we've got John. So we've got a significant amount of experience there, so they will be your judges today. After the presentation, we will have a very short Q&A, and you will find out who is the winner at the presentation event tomorrow. So unfortunately, we're not going to find out who's the winner today, but I'm sure you guys will all have your opinions, but keep them to yourselves. So, up first will be University College Dublin. Yes, well, everybody clap. I'll have everybody clap. Yeah. And then second, we'll have the University of Porto. Third, we will have Oxford Brookes Racing. And then fourth, we'll have the University of Nottingham. So, without further ado, I'd like to welcome you to the stage, University College Dublin.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Katie Garrett, and I am the CEO of New Racing, home of affordable sustainability. I'm here today with our marketing officer, Elsa, our financial officers, Maya and Pavel, and our technical officers, Connor and Darren. Today, we are asking you to invest €150,000 in New Racing in return for 12.5% of the company. We'll begin by outlining the current market and the challenges it's currently facing. Then we'll introduce our solution, the JTS, as well as our manufacturing and transport plans. We'll go on to talk about our marketing and community outreach strategies and our 5-year plan before concluding with all the financial figures.
As we consider the challenges facing motorsport, we were intrigued by the growth of esports, largely driven by young racing fans. 63% of Formula 1 fans are under the age of 34, and half of them engage in motorsport gaming. By people buying simulators and video games, there is clearly a demand for people willing to buy the motorsport experience, but there is yet to be a way to bridge the cost gap between offline and online racing. Like esports, Formula E has grown rapidly. In 23 countries and over 5 continents, there has been an E Grand Prix held since 2014. And last year in the UK, there were double the live viewers. So there's clearly a demand for electric racing. But who would benefit from a low-cost electric racing? Sola, a university student who is an avid fan of Formula 1 but cannot afford a Grand Prix. Helena, an eco-conscious solicitor who is organising a family holiday but does not want to break the bank. And Peter, an artist and a gamer who is planning a stag do for his thrill-seeking best friend. All these people want is an affordable, sustainable and electric experience. They also want basic entry and a safe experience. There is also one more issue facing Formula E. As the future is electric, but there is yet to be a junior series to usher in a new era for Formula E. What if we could solve these issues? What if we could appeal to our consumer bases, but also usher in a new era of Formula E? Enter our solution, New Racing.
New Racing was founded in 2021 in County Wexford, Ireland. We design and manufacture affordable electric single-seaters, and we pride ourselves on our 3 company pillars: technology, sustainability, and diversity and inclusion. we are determined for women and people of color to make up 25 and 15% at least of our workforce by our second year of operation. On top of this, in the same period, we seek to achieve the Bronze Award from the Irish Centre for Diversity, proving our decision to champion an inclusive and accessible workforce. With these pillars in mind, we created the JTS. This competitive, affordable, and sustainable single-seater goes from 0 to 100 kilometers in 4.6 seconds. It has a 68 kilowatt motor and a top speed of 185 kilometers. The modular design of many of our core components ensures quick and easy servicing, as well as an easily integrated upgrade pathway. Additionally, our adjustable ergonomics, such as our pedal box and our harnesses, mean that people of various heights and weights can have the same safe and thrilling racing experience. These stats are comparable to many of the cars used in Junior Formula Series. Our 300-volt, 6.2 amp-hour or kilowatt-hour battery allows for up to 15 minutes of racing. Additionally, our integrated battery management system means that the battery can be discharged and recharged in a safe and controlled manner. Affordability and accessibility go hand in hand, and we achieve this with our innovative modular design. The entire battery system slides in and out of the car with only a single connector. Additionally, our battery segments can be individually removed for easier maintenance. For more mechanical specifications on our car, please see pages 2 of our supporting documents. But how do we stack up against the competition? Here, we compare our car to the Mitsubishi used in the ERA Championship. Our lap times closely match those of the Mitsubishi, despite it having the edge in acceleration and top speed. The JTS makes up for this with its lighter design, which makes it more agile in the corners. And crucially, our car is a third of the price. For more competitive comparisons with the JTS, please see page 3 of our supporting documents. We will produce our cars in our factory in County Wexford, Ireland, before shipping them across the UK and then into Europe. 95% of our off-the-shelf components will come from either Ireland or the UK. Plus, we will prioritize making sure many of our manufacturing processes, as many as possible, can happen in-house, which will reduce both cost and emissions. We aim to produce 25 cars in our first year, and this will rise to 160 by our fifth. Additionally, on top of this, we will have a customer service centre for our customers in the UK, based in England, on top of our factory in Ireland. Maintenance services for customers in England, Scotland and Wales will operate out of this factory. Meanwhile, customers in Ireland and Northern Ireland will be able to avail of maintenance services from our from our Irish factory base. Being based in Ireland does have plenty of advantages. We have full access to free trade within the EU, as well as closer proximity to the Northern Irish market. We are based very close to Rosslare Europort, which means that we can ship our freight by ferry across Europe, which keeps both costs and emissions low. And crucially, Ireland's low corporate tax of 12.5% means that we can continue to invest more and more in our research and development.
So now you know how we're going to build the car, but how are we going to get it on the track? We want to build connections with our consumers and bring consumers from different walks of life into motorsport through B2B and digital marketing. With our offices in the UK and Ireland, we will be able to ensure personal buying experiences and maintenance experiences. Consumers will be able to come to our offices, speak with our staff and observe product testing. Another key facet of our business plan is our maintenance subscription. This provides peace of mind for track owners. Our maintenance subscription is €1,000 per year, and we will come on site and fix any issues from several of our locations. Another aspect of our business plan is consumer engagement. We want to engage with consumers and make them feel as if they are participating and engaging with us. We will do this with social media and our social media platforms. We will celebrate holidays like Pride Month and Eid, and we will post short-form content which allows our consumers to participate with us. As important as our online aspects are, we also want to notice our offline initiatives. One of our initiatives when we will launch when we're a more established company is New Futures. This is an internship program which prioritizes interests over experiences. We will pay our interns for their hard work and their efforts, and we will have non-traditional hiring practices. We will attempt to be as flexible as possible when hiring, as this gives people a better opportunity. Another initiative of ours is to partner with Formula Female. We will host workshops and come to secondary schools and educate girls on e-sport. A third initiative of ours is to become a Racing Pride industry partner. We will host workshops in conjunction with Racing Pride on inclusion and diversity, and we will also ensure that female members of staff will be able to have sanitary products and include pronouns in our emails. So what can you expect from us in the next 5 years? In year one, we will begin production by targeting UK and Irish chefs. We will develop regenerative braking and aerodynamic packages which will develop our car. This will be really important when we are talking in our discussions with Formula E. In year 5, we will have increased manufacturing in order to meet the demand as a result of our contracts with Formula E. We will also have launched into the European market and have brought in a new era of Formula E with our junior series.
Your initial investments will lay the groundworks for New Racing's continual success. As we move through the finances, we encourage you to look through pages 4 to 6 of the supporting documents. We project that our net income will grow steadily over the next 5 years, with the majority of our capital being used to start operations in our first year. Wage expenses and raw materials are the main contributors of our losses in year 1, but expanding sales will result in profit by year 3. Our revenue is split between the sales of new cars, our maintenance subscription, and the sale of extra battery packs. This variety provides investors with extra security. In the long run, secondary revenue streams such as upgrade packages for existing cars will also provide additional income. In summary, we are looking for €150,000 to supplement owners' equity and private investments. The project is valued at €800,000 with a discounted payback period of 3.5 years to external investors. The proposal also offers 20% inflation-adjusted IRR.
Thank you so much for your time. We will now welcome Pavel, Connor, and Darren on stage, and we are happy to answer any questions you might have at this point.
Thank you very much. I'm interested in your manufacturing. It's quite a ramp up from, is it 25 to 150?
160.
160. So what challenges do you envision going from that initial rate to the top rate over the 5 years?
So initially when we started manufacturing, the majority of it we carried out in-house. And the majority of the assembly will be carried out in-house, while a lot of the machining and laser cutting will be outsourced. So we will have jigs prepared from the prototype that we made previously, and we'll carry out notching on the suspension, tubing and all of that before it's welded together by employed TIG welders. However, as we progress the company and dependent on the performance financially, we will be looking to bring in and buy a laser cutting machine for the tubing and chassis. This will then increase our flexibility and ability to make minor changes which will become a problem as we increase the amount of cars that we need to build. And then further from that, we look to purchase CNC milling machines, CNC milling machines and a laser cutting machine for parts such as the brake pads, which will be outsourced at the beginning. And all of this is planning to have a more automated production line. It will save cost and time, increase safety, and increase efficiency, which will naturally be an issue as we have more products that we need to manage that with a certain limited number of staff, although it will be increasing as we progress.
Thank you.
How have you valued your company?
Can you repeat that slightly?
Sorry?
How have you valued your company? You said your company is, you valued at 800,000, I think. How did you value your company?
So the revenue streams that we have currently priced in are the sales of new cars, battery packs, and the maintenance subscription. We've used a discounted cash flow model, which is the standard norm in many financial fields. We've used the current approximate annual rate of inflation of 8%. That happens to be pretty much what the figure is in Ireland currently. We have so far only used deterministic approaches in our valuation techniques. So what we mentioned about Formula E and the junior series, that is currently priced into the project. Should the project change, then obviously those figures may need to be reviewed. However, as a fairly small company, we are open to that flexibility as well. The other thing to consider is between the upgrade packages and any further deals or their expansion into Europe, we need to take into account that at a certain stage we're going to have too many variables to model, so we've only chosen a period of 5 years at the moment to do that, although we are thinking as well to expand that modelling forward to use stochastic processes and see what the financials may produce there.
You mentioned you had 2 facilities, one in the UK, one in Ireland. Are they both going to be manufacturing assembly facility, or is one just a stock warehouse?
So we'll be manufacturing pretty much everything in our factory in County Wexford in Ireland. The facility in the UK will be primarily for customer service, so it will be factoring heavily into our maintenance subscription. If customers in UK tracks have any issue with their car, we'll prioritize doing it on site, fixing anything we can on site. But if it's something larger that we wouldn't be able to fix on site, the customer service center will have the equipment for us to be able to bring that car back to that service, and we'll have the staff there to be able to carry out any maintenance needed. It will also serve as kind of a sales support place for UK customers, and if anyone has maintenance questions or anything like that, that will be its focus. Thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Can we all have a big round of applause there? Okay, I'd like to welcome to the stage the University of Porto.
Testing? Yeah. Right. So, can you start? Yeah. So, first of all, good afternoon. My name is Bruno Souza. I'm the CEO of Invicta Group, and I'm here with Joana Matos, our COO. And we are here today not only to present a business plan for you, but an investment opportunity and something that can revolutionize the racing rental car market that we have today. So let me start talking about our company. First, Invicta Group was born in Portugal, and we are specialized on producing Formula Electric type spec vehicles. We are a mid-sized factory, and we are located in the north of Portugal. That is the industrial part. So we are here asking for an investment of €1,475 for 27% of equity share of our company, and we are expecting an internal rate of return of 82% in 10 years. And, well, I'm going on a presentation from the concept to the financial analysis, and let me start talking about our goal, our main concept. So Invicta, I love motorsport. It's something that I always like doing my whole life, but I know it's expensive and it's not affordable for everyone. A lot of people want to drive, but they can't. And our goal is to make Formula racing more accessible to everyone. So for that, we designed a Formula spec vehicle that has some specifications that allows literally everyone to drive the car, and Joanna is the one who's going to explain about it later. So let me talk about the product. And for that, I will start already who's our client. Basically, we sell our product to car tracks and racetrack owners. The car is designed and was dimensioned for that. And the main feature is that it has a seat position adjustable for 95 percentile height of people, maximum speed of 115 kilometers an hour, and a total mass of 280 kilograms without a driver. And some general specifications of the car, it goes from 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in 3.5 seconds. We work with a double carbon fiber suspension and one engine configuration powertrain with chain transmission. This is good for cost and is a reliable solution. And we work with the space tubular frame chassis that is better for manufacturing. And something that is important to say is that our car is mostly assembled on our installations in Portugal, and most of the components are off the shelf. Something important about the car as well, we calculated the car environmental impact, as sustainability is so important now on these days, and we are expecting 1,000 kilograms of CO2 embedded, and most of it comes from the battery, and this is something important because of the R&D, they're going to talk about it later.
Okay, so now that we know all the general characteristics of our product, what actually makes Invicta One so special? Well, on our team, we have a team of software engineers that are going to help us mechanically integrate an AI system in order to make it able to be driven autonomously. So our goal is to make Formula racing for everyone and from everyone. So what does this actually mean? Well, if you imagine someone that has grown up with a dream of actually driving a Formula car and has grown up just watching every race and actually wants to feel this adrenaline for the first time, but they don't have the opportunity to do this, whether it's because of the mental or physical disability that they have. Well, that's why we're here today. We want to make this an accessible opportunity for everyone. So how do we do this? How do we make this a safe experience for everyone? Because it has to be safe. So we divided our system into 3 levels with increasing level of intervention. So we go from low level to a high intervention level. And the low level, basically everyone, almost everyone can drive it, that has total control of their motor skills. But on the high intervention level, there's almost no need for input from the driver. So these 3 levels make it a safe option so that everyone actually can drive our product. And how do we make sure that we can have these 3 levels? Well, we're going to incorporate into our workforce people that have these disabilities in order to collect the data in the software development process to make this a well-developed software. Well, now, how do we know that there's a market for us? We evaluated the Formula E cumulative audience, and as we can see, and as we all know, it has been growing over time. Of course, there's a gap in 2019 and 2020 due to COVID, but the values are exponentially growing. Also, on the automotive broadcasting also shows good values. And it's important to also mention the electric strength, as we are an electric vehicle. And as we can see, there's an increased support on audience members in Formula E. And this is great for our product because it shows that there are people, there's a demand in the market for us. For the market opportunity, we are based in Portugal, so it's important that we start there in the Iberian Peninsula, and it's a good thing because we have 82 karting tracks and 21 autodromes, so there's a good base for us to start. Of course, we'll develop into other European cities. Okay, but now, how do we know that you choose our company? Well, we know there is the standard card, and we know that there's a supercar available right now, but why not go for an option that is cheaper than a supercar, but also less expensive to maintain than a standard card? Now for our direct competition, we know that Invicta One is the less expensive out of the 3 direct competitions that we have in the market right now, and it's also an electric vehicle, and it also has the AI capacity. For the SWOT analysis, we noticed some strengths, such as our simple car design and a solid base in Portugal, but we know that there's a weakness in the terms of level of software complexity. There are some threats in the high level of investment and B2B market focus, but there's opportunities because of the growing electric vehicle market and low competition level. As for the risk assessment, we want to make sure that the car is able to adapt to the driver itself, and that's something that's very impactful. And also the mapping of these conditions of these 3 levels that we defined earlier, those are very impactful, and they have a solution that's very complex, but we know that over time our software will get better and more developed, so this will not be as impactful, and the solution complexity will be lower. We also have the lack of scalability, retention of end clients, and guaranteed supply of sensoring. Now for the market strategy, we defined a 3-year plan. So as you can see on the first year, we're targeting, we're actually going door to door with these karting tracks and these autodromes in order for them to see our product and have linked us to reach out for the product. And we also are going to target the AdSense, because what you do when you want to look for a product, you search for it online, and that's where we want to be. We also have the engineering and automotive fairs, so we can actually be where the companies are right now. And on the third year is the large audience and demand events, which is our actual main goal.
So, talking a little bit about the R&D and the company timeline that we are expecting. So, first focusing on the R&D, we are right now thinking about investing on sodium batteries. This is a new technology, it's a safer technology that we have, and is less expensive than lithium batteries and much more environmentally friendly. As I said in the beginning about the embodied carbon of the car. And this will help reduce the car cost in about 8%, which will help a lot on our profit margins. And as we're going to see on the cash flow, as we calculated 2 scenarios, one implementing the R&D and the other one without implementing it. So, talking about the company timeline, we made a company timeline from year 1 to 10. Right now, we are in year 0, waiting for the initial investment to jumpstart the company and producing the first models. We are expecting a break-even on our 3rd year, and on year 5, that's the first time that we are going to give you some options for the investors. It's going to be the first time that we will have an exit option of the company, and this is the year that we want to implement the sodium batteries. As Joanna said, the software is going to develop itself with the data that we collect as an AI software. And within the year 5 and the year 10, we expect to have a really well-developed software of autonomous driving. In terms of the investors' options that I said, we are expecting 4 options. The first one is the total exit option. That is not the one that we are looking for. The second one is where is a partial exit when you remap your risks as investors on the market. But the option number 3 and option number 4 are not only good for us, but good for you, as you maintain your position or increase your position on our company, as that's the best way for you to have that return on investment that we were expecting. In terms of financial analysis, just to finish the presentation, we calculated 2 scenarios, and this is not going, yeah, right now. So the first one is the implementation of the R&D, and the second one is a base scenario, selling 45 units per year of the car. The R&D implementation scenarios from the year 5 help reduce the cost of the car, so the profit margins grow, and we have a better cash flow on this scenario. Going for the investment plan to finish the presentation, this is related to the 1,475,000 that we are asking. 4% going to marketing, 20.5% for employment, 30.5% for the operations of the company, 14.5% of the R&D, and 30.5% of the installations. So there are some data there on the appendix that we provided you with the initial investment for the installations, as well as the cost of the car, and we made a study to reduce the car cost with the amount of units that we say. So thank you very much. We are open for questions.
Thank you. So in terms of your product, what do you envision the life cycle of the product being, and how do you manage to deal with end of life?
Yeah, the product was designed to have, mechanically speaking, an infinite lifetime. So we have a car that's going to work. The problem that we have, the lack that we have, is the battery. We now know the batteries is a technology that it has a limited life. So we are expecting the lithium batteries to endure to at least those 5 beginning years. And after we start implementing the technology of the sodium batteries, we're expecting a bigger lifetime of the batteries. So we're expecting from our clients at least the first products that are going to be sold for 5 years of the timeline of the product. And we're not expecting some big design changes of the car, as the 2 batteries that we have today, and the battery is something important to say, they are going to be developed with our suppliers, so we do not develop them. They are going to be developed by our suppliers and with our investment, and we are dimensioning it to have some proximal dimensions from the lithium batteries that we use today.
Okay, and when it gets to the end of the life, what do you do with it?
The battery. So we are expecting to recycle the batteries, but as this is not our specialty, we are already studying with our supplier which solution is the best one to recycle those batteries. But right now, this is not the plan that we are working with. Right now, we're really worried about the product itself and to guarantee it's on the market, but this is not something that we are not worried about. We're talking with our supplier to guarantee that this is going to work. Thank you.
You mentioned that a lot of the components are off the shelf.
Yeah.
Is this going to be a pure assembly operation, and what details do you have on your factory plan?
Yeah, on our factory plan, we're planning to buy 70% of the car as off-the-shelf products and 30% on manufacturing in-house. As I said, this huge frame chassis, this is, for example, a product that is manufactured in-house, but for example, the engines, the batteries, the bearings, are all components that we are going to buy, as it helps to reduces the amount of people that we need, and most of the operations is to assemble. But for example, the chassis is a component that we are going to manufacture in-house.
Thank you. Do you have an actual plan of the factory layout for this assembly?
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
Sorry. Do you have a factory plan or factory layout for the assembly of this?
Yeah, if you look at the appendix that we provided on the initial investment that we provided you, we have already the percentage of the money that we're going to use for equipment, and this equipment is focusing on most of the equipment that we need to produce and manufacture the chassis. From the year 5 beyond, we are already expecting to reduce a little bit of the cost of the car by using manufacturing in-house of some machine components, but this is something that we are not focusing right now.
Brilliant. That will end the questions. Thank you
All
very
right.
much.
Thank you very much, Rob.
Okay, so I'd like to welcome to the stage Oxford Brooks.
Ready? Okay. Hello and welcome, investors. We are very excited to present to you today about the next generation of electric open-wheel racers. I am Tessa, and I am the Chief Executive Officer for this company.
And I am Tristan, the Chief Financial Officer for this company. We're here today to ask you for £550,000 investment for 40% equity in our business.
So, as you can see along the top, there's a progress bar which you'll be able to follow throughout, and you have additional information in the packs in front of you. So, to begin with, we want to explain the ethos behind our company. We know the world is going electric. Sustainability is becoming more and more prevalent, and this is something as motorsport fans is impacting us greatly. We wanted to create a sustainable way of racing that doesn't impact the driver experience. So for us, it came down to combining purpose with passion to push for an electrically charged future in motorsport.
So as we start, we'd like to introduce you to two individuals. This is Jordan. He founded and runs a successful electric bike company and is looking for a more sustainable way to race as he lives by this business ethos. On the other side, we have Alice, a student with a love and passion for motorsport. However, due to her circumstances, she cannot afford the opportunities to race the same way that Jordan does. At OBR Blitz, we are here to make the vehicle accessible to everyone, from the casual weekend racer to supporting someone's next career in motorsport. As currently we know, there are 68 million people living in the UK. From the age demographic of professionals working 19 to 64, we have found that above £80,000 earning, there is a 15% interest in motorsports. From here, we determined that there are 230,000 people that will be keen in our business, and we're excited to tap into this wide target market.
And so then, applying the same metrics to young people in low-income households that are interested in motorsport, we have found 34,000 young people directly affected by financial barrier into motorsport. We want to break this barrier and allow more people to get involved in motorsport. This is why we have created an initiative called Right to Race, which we will go into further detail with later. Now onto what we will actually be manufacturing. So, OBR Blitz. With this company, you can be assured that you are going to be partnering with a company that is at the forefront of the electric revolution for both vehicle design and data system development. And as we've mentioned, we truly believe in this business. So when we say we aim to give your customers the best possible racing experience, it's something we will 100% deliver. So, as Tristan mentioned, we will be asking for a £550,000 investment for 40% equity in our company. But now onto what we will actually be manufacturing.
OBR Blitz is a four-wheel drive electric vehicle powered by 4 in-hub AMK motors. This is powered through a 546-volt lithium cobalt battery that supplies both torque vectoring and traction control to our systems. Our vehicle is capable of pulling 2.5 lateral Gs of acceleration, as well as reaching a peak of 326 Newton meters of torque. Our vehicle comes with a full aerodynamic package, as well as carbon fiber monocoque and rims. Through vigorous testing, we've managed to achieve over 250 kilometers to ensure a reliable, safe car. All of this is set together for a package of £65,250. Please see page 2 of your information pack for more details. So how does OBR Blitz compare to its nearest open-seater races? As we can see, OBR Blitz is the class leader in both acceleration as well as mass, and is fairly competitively priced against the competition. But with OBR Blitz, the vehicle is not all that you'll be getting. We'd like to introduce you to our USP, the Blitz data systems that will be integrated into every single vehicle that we sell. Drivers are allowed to see their session portals where recorded lap times as well as their sectors and racing line will be seen and calculated for the most optimal race that they can have through our machine learning algorithms Drive GPT.
We will also have a Scout portal which will work with the Right to Race initiative, in which Scouts can log in and see the lap times of drivers. This will allow Scouts to pick the next generation of championship winners, and they will also be able to feed into things like the F1 Academy.
So, our company is partnering with 12 vehicles across the UK, in which we'll have track day series to compete in. For our customers, in preparation for these events, we're allowing them to have on-track sessions where they'll be able to meet their team as well as tweak any personalized setups that they may require. This is split into 40-minute sessions for a welcome, recharge, and feedback directly after that. Your on-track team consists of your senior engineer, 2 apprentices, as well as a consultant to ensure the on-track capabilities of the driver is met. Safety is one of the key important factors of any motorsport industry, and that's why at the start of every race day, we're ensuring safety briefings for all drivers, as well as various other safety elements scattered throughout the day.
So we understand this is an ambitious project. That's why we have partnered with these key technical partners. The first is Silverstone Composites. They understand that fast production and attention to detail are 2 vital factors when it comes to motorsport, and they are a key partner for a car with multiple carbon fiber components. The second is GKN. Their drive system technology is going to keep us ahead of the curve with the drivetrain system. And then the third is WAE. WAE assists us with our battery technology in things like state of charge monitoring and power management strategy. They are also invested in creating a sustainable and electric future, which makes them a key technical partner.
WAE are also proud to generate the next races, as we can see, and that's why we're proud to have WAE on board to subsidize half the cost of Right to Race. But what is Right to Race?
So, as we've mentioned, we want to open racing to everyone, and that means giving back socially and opening the doors to everyone, no matter your income, gender, or race. So how does it work? People will apply through an online portal, and then they will be selected for a simulator session at our base of operations. Then the people with the best lap times will be invited to come to the track along with the customer racing. At these customer ratings and track days with the Right to Race team, they will be scouted through and put forward for, as mentioned, things like the F1 Academy.
So how will we be reaching all these demographics as well as extending our wide range of network? We aim to have a strong social media presence where we'll be showing off both the track days as well as the manufacturing of our vehicle. Through this, we'll also have our LinkedIn page where we'll be able to connect with various other scouts as well as our consultants and supporting organizations.
We will also appear in magazines such as Autosport and Race Engineering, and we will be attending corporate events and student events to make sure we're meeting all demographics in our business model.
So now on to your investment. As we asked for £550,000 for 40% equity in our business, you'll see a return on your investment by year 3. But how do you attain this? We'll be earning 2 streams of income. One from the return of profit from the vehicle sales that we have, as well as, secondly, the dividends that you'll be earning from our business equity from year 3 onwards. This shows that we have a cumulative total investment return from year 3, doubling by year 4, and tripling by year 5. During stage 1 of our operation, we plan to manufacture and sell 16 vehicles, ramping up to 146 by stage 3. How will your investment be spent? Our investments will be spent mainly in the startup cost funding of the outlets, as well as the production costs in producing our vehicles. Please see page 6 of the information pack for more details.
And so now onto the production. So we will be heavily working with HV technology, so we'll make sure we have the equipment to do so. We will also be looking at rapid prototype technology, investing in things like 3D printers to make sure that we can accommodate for all kinds of drivers, no matter who they are or their size or anything. And then we will be based in Milton Keynes. This is in the heart of Motorsport Valley, which means we will be close to our technical partners and key suppliers, which means we'll be able to reduce time and cost on transport and also reduce emissions to keep up with our sustainable goals. So, to draw this to a close, we are OBR Blitz. We are so excited to present this to you, and we really hope you will join us to build a sustainable electric future for everyone. Thank you.
In terms of your product, your vehicle, how are you going to maintain the quality standards to secure 12 cars on track?
Yes.
So our quality standards are going to be set with our contract team, so they're involved in manufacturing or assembling together our track from the very start. So your on-track team knows the vehicle that they built and they personally put in the time and effort into that vehicle, knowing that Ron Claire will be there. Our senior engineer will be selectively hired through extensive interviews to ensure that he is bringing in the highest quality that he can to our business.
And as mentioned, GKN will also be working with us to make sure that we keep up to date with the technology, as well as WAE, as battery technology is still very early days. Thank you.
To make the vehicle safe and ensure that it's being used safely on the tracks without you being there, how will you ensure that there's qualified and accredited people to ensure safe use of the vehicle?
Yes.
So we've conducted vigorous testing to ensure that our vehicle is safe for any application that is involved in racing through vigorous shear tests as well as impact testing. From our data, we've determined that our vehicle should be safe to drive, and our on-tractor team knows how to establish the driver egress as well as other fire safety and battery safety hazards.
We will also work through WAE again to do HV training, as it is an electric car.
Do you have any additional information on your manufacturing facility at Milton Keynes?
Yes. If we can go to manufacturing.
Start production. As we can see, our production line is set up through mechanical as well as electrical assembly with our partners WAE, Silverstone and GKN coming in, providing us with our products in which the assembly line that goes through each and every single stage.
Brilliant. That will be the end of the questions. Thank you very much. Big
Thank
round of
you.
applause, please. Thank you. And last but not least, we'd like to invite to the stage the University of Nottingham.
Right, may we start? Right. Good afternoon, my name is Mateus Cruz.
And I'm Dhanush Vaidya.
And we are the senior management team of Faunus Motorsport. We're seeking an investment of £400,000. It will be returned by the end of 2026 with a return on investment of 74%. Up to this point, there has been a gap in the amateur racing market between go-karts and track day cars. Faunus Motorsport comes to fill the gap with high-performing Formula-style electric cars. In this presentation, we will cover topics within the company background, potential markets, product, marketing, finances, and manufacturing. Let's start with the company background. Faunus Motorsport was founded in 2021 as an electric race car manufacturer. The first model was the Faunus FLE, our launch edition. This version had a limited production of 99 units and has generated about £6 million in revenue. The retained profits from these sales, together with your investment, will be used to transition manufacturing to our new models, as well as to start the new leasing and subscription models. Considering our 3-year leasing model, we have identified a potential UK market of £12.4 million. In 2027, we plan to have generated demand in the EU5 markets to open a new facility in Prague. With this, Faunus Motorsport can expand operations, opening up to a £44.3 million market. For more information, please refer to pages 4 and 5 of the handout. With this business model, Faunus Motorsport is targeting 2 types of customers. The first are amateur or semi-professional racers that are seeking an exclusive product for affordable prices. The second are track owners that would like to provide a unique racing experience to customers while having lower servicing and operating costs. Our cars deliver the performance and cost efficiency desired by customers. One of the key USPs of our cars is the electric powertrain that has lower maintenance and fuel costs versus petrol cars. We offer 2 models, a standard model and a sport model, the Faunus FR1 and the FR1S. They have an autonomy of up to 45 minutes, an acceleration from 0 to 100 in 3 seconds, and a top speed of up to 175 kilometers per hour. This experience can be complemented with the Faunus app and the Faunus Club, but more information on that soon. The prices of our cars start at £50,000 RRP, with 36-month leasing options starting from £556 per month, with an initial payment of £8,056. To widen the customer base, a subscription option is also available from £233 per month. To drive sales demand, Faunus Motorsport has constructed a marketing strategy. Faunus will host annual marketing events, taking place at a different partner track each year. For the events, 5 influencers and 5 track owners will be invited, and the content generated by the influencers will be shared with ongoing advertising. From this, we expect a direct and indirect sales benefit of £1.59 million, being £1.35 million from car sales. We're also becoming a main sponsor of the University of Nottingham Formula student team, exploring the advertising and knowledge transfer opportunities. In a similar format, Faunus Motorsport will host 2 social events per year that are part of our social program. The purpose of the events is to participate in the process of bringing diversity to racing by showing young women the opportunities of this industry. Therefore, Faunus Motorsport is partnering with Girls on Track UK, an organization that encourages women to be a part of the motorsport industry. For more information on our social program, please refer to pages 7 and 9 of the handout.
As for our cash flow streams, we have crossed our cash inflow into primary and secondary revenue. Primary revenue takes into account revenue from the outright sale of our cars, from our leasing and subscription model, and the sale of our used cars. Secondary revenue takes into account revenue from the sale of our merchandise, from our Faunus Club and Faunus app subscriptions, our servicing fees, and any other optional extras. Our main consistent cash outflow will be to our research and development, This is something we'll explore further in future slides. Our sales strategy is focused on increasing the proportion of revenue accounted for by our leasing and subscription model. Our leasing model is structured into 3 tiers: silver, gold, and platinum, with platinum being the most premium. Our cheapest option, as mentioned before, is a subscription option. This allows customers to book out the car for 5 days a month at one of our selected partner tracks.
This is our company website with key information on our cars, pricing options, products, and as well as contact details. The Phonos app gives the user the opportunity of storing all their race locations and statistics. It includes a league table that the users can set up to compete with their racing friends. With the upgrades to the car's smart package, it will also include real-time information on the car's performance and condition. For more information, please refer to page 6 of the handout. Now this is the Phonos Club, an exclusive racing membership available to Phonos clients. The members have access to 1 racing experience per weekend at one of our partner tracks. Apart from the racing, members have the opportunity of networking with other clients to build a Phonos community. This membership has a monthly fee of £299. Please refer to page 6 of the handout for more information.
Back to the financials, here we have our quarterly revenue forecast we hope to achieve by 2026. This steady increase is facilitated by an increase in manufacturing capability alongside the cumulative nature of our leasing and subscription models. On the right, you can see our secondary revenue. This growth in revenue is facilitated by an increase in revenue from our servicing fees. Here, we have a yearly profit forecast. As you can see, in 2024, we experienced a slight loss. This is due to the initial costs incurred by our leasing and subscription models. However, due to the cumulative nature of our leasing and subscription models, we're able to recuperate the losses. Subsequent to 2027, we'll be hoping to set up a factory in Prague. This is in order to tap into an EU5 market where we hope to achieve a 20% market share. We will also be sharing resources with our UK factories, helping us to reduce costs. From you, we ask a £400,000 investment, which we hope to repay duly 42 months after initial payment. Your £400,000 is matched with our reinvestment of £580,000 from our retained profits. Your £400,000 will be spent in financing our marketing and social events, in improving our manufacturing optimization, in setting up a contingency fund, and starting the Phonos Club. We'll also be sponsoring 2 PhD students into the research into sustainable materials, design development, and manufacturing optimization. For more information regarding this, please view handout page 6. As mentioned before, you will have a return on investment of 74%. This amounts to £695,000. This is facilitated by an 11% profit share that you will have from Q3 of 2025 to Q4 of 2026. For more information, please view handout page 5.
The Phonos FLE manufacturing facility consists of a batch production process. In each batch, 3 cars are produced. In this facility, there are 3 high-skilled workers that perform all tasks due to the small-scale production. At this stage, all the parts used are designed by us, made to print by our suppliers, and assembled in-house. The factory floor space includes the production area and a storage space, which can keep about a month of produced cars. With the current production, the cars are made to order at a rate of 1 batch or 3 cars every 3 weeks. After the investment, Phonos Motorsport will be able to improve the manufacturing capability while transitioning to the new models. The new facility will utilize an assembly line process. It will be divided into stations with their own tasks, workers, and equipment. In addition, with the investment, the production of the chassis will be brought in-house, along with a rework area. This development will, in the new facility, the storage space will be increased to a capacity of 25 cars. This development will enable an increase in production. The FR series will be produced at a rate of 5 cars a week, still made to order. For more information on our manufacturing operations, please refer to pages 7 and 8 of the handout. This chart shows our production volumes from 2022 to 2028. In 2022 and 2023, you can see the production of our Faunus FLE in our first UK facility. From 2023 to 2026, you can see the increase in production in our new facility now producing the FR series. And in 2027, you can see the start of production in our new European facility. Thank you very much for listening. We're now open to any questions you may have.
Thank you. With your expansion plans, what's the biggest challenge or risk you envisage in moving to Europe?
So one of the challenges that we see is the market. So we will be moving from the UK market to the European markets. We'll now be dealing with 5 markets instead of 1. So demand will be an issue. That's why we're holding the sales events, and that's why we're investing in brand awareness. Also, we have chosen a country that has well-developed manufacturing facilities, so that we understand it will be there will be a process to adapt when taking our knowledge from the UK to Europe. But I believe those are the main challenges.
What do you have in view of your design of the vehicle to cater for different sizes of people, different styles, invalid people, for instance, for diversity?
So the design, one of the main USPs of our vehicle is that it is electric, so therefore more sustainable. We have 2 models as well, so we're aiming to have an entry model that is the FR1, and then the following model that is the FR1S. So those are 2 differently priced models. Also, in terms of the diversity from different backgrounds, we have included the subscription option, which you'll have less use of the car, but you'll still have the option to purchase it. But straight in terms of those are the main features.
Brilliant. That will be the end of our questions. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, everybody, that concludes the business plan presentation final. If we could have one big last round of applause for these teams who've done so well. And also a big thank you to the judges who've done the judging here today. And now, unfortunately, you're all going to get very wet. So, good luck. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.